Hello, you beautiful people. Another episode of UncleCode review and another students to review. Hello, Ash May Sam.
Where am I? Hi.
Hello.
Good
Hello.
morning.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
That's
So
great.
good.
Very good. How about you, Ash?
Let's review.
Yeah.
How about you? How about you, Ash? You also good?
Yes, I am good. I'm always excited for this code reviews every week.
That's very good. You should be. Yes, you should be.
Yes.
It's something worth to be surprised and excited for that. So, what we're gonna do? Let's start and explain and introduce the first or student today, and then we're gonna
All
start.
right. All right. So Uncle Code, since we've
Yes, I know.
started, we've had so many kids, like so many young coders. So even from the age of like 5, 6, 7 years old, and they're really amazing. So today we're gonna feature one of these students who have created really amazing codes. Her name is Naura, and she's 7 years old. She joined 8 months ago.
8 months ago,
8
Naura.
months ago. Yes.
Nora Hilda. Okay, look at the
Yes.
name. So then, interesting, beautiful. Look at the style, the music styles, and the
Yeah.
photo took in the, I guess, K room. It's a very coding style, Nora. That's amazing. I can't wait to see it when you are maybe 10 years later or a few years later. You're a great programmers and you have your own brand Instagrams and then sending a lot of photos about your codings and intriguing and motivating goals to learn codings. That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
So let us start. Okay. Anything, Mason, you have or you guys before I go and jump the code?
I'm speechless.
Oh,
The
really?
code is not. Let's see
great.
that. Really, it's although it's happening a lot, but it's hard to believe it every single time.
Okay, I guess it. So let me share my screen, the code. So let's run the code. Wow, look at how many lines of code is that? 117 lines of code.
That's it.
That's great. That's great. Super nice. Super nice. So let's see what's going on here. A lot of functions. Functions. Wow. Jump functions for each letters, different colors, different numbers. It's really 7 years old. And you have done something great and beautiful here, Nora. And it's nice when I see a girl like you doing this and interested in chocolate. And then we have a strawberry here,
All the beautiful colors.
medium. Whoa, Walter, and then violet, and then crimson, and then midnight blue. Wow. Okay, there's a place that I go and drink coffee.
Isn't
midnight
it supposed to be Christmas or
Christmas.
scripts?
Oh, let's see. I don't know.
Okay, let's see.
On the code. Ha, Yay! Viva Kidocode! Amazing! Yes!
Well done.
Thank you so much, dear Nora. That's all. Today finish. I have nothing else to say. I don't have any point for this code. This code is beautiful. That's all. Well, great.
Nice.
Viva Kidocode. That's amazing. Yes, Viva you, Viva Nora, and Viva Kidocode. Both of you. That's really nice.
Very nice job.
It's beautiful. Let's see what we're gonna do for your course. So I'm gonna go through your code, Nora, and I want to come up with some suggestions to improve it a little bit. I may sometimes go more than a suggestion. Okay, and then I'll maybe change the entire of the code because what I'm trying to say here is not only for Nora, for anyone else watch these videos, our trainers, other students, to get some points and ideas on how we can improve our code. And even if I say something that looks a little bit complicated, Nora, don't worry about it. You can always pause the video and watch it a few years later. So now let's
Keep the tab open.
Okay, now let's go through this code. Let's see. First of all, well done. Congratulations that you know that it's better to have a jump functions rather than keep writing these codes. Because definitely for this Viva Kidocode, you have to jump to different position and write down. This is a very good practice because it has resemblance to many other things in computer science, especially graphic, especially writing, drawing, and even font. Something that we may not notice is when you turn on the computers, the moment you turn on your computers, the very first things that you see on your monitor is some letters, some pixels getting on and off. And that is the very beginning of the codings, because you see there's an application decide which pixel turn them on and which pixel shine and what color they shine. This is really interesting. Text showing textual contents or fonts has been with computer since the very beginning of the monitor. So many people, many computer scientists come up with different solutions how we model computationally writing. Because before that, we never had such a kind of concern with that. In the printing machine, Gutenberg did in the 15th century. He created some sort of letters with lead and also some other material that I can't remember now. And then they put ink and then press on the press machines on a paper, so when we had letter. So that was sort of calculation, because he had to calculate how is the size of each letter. So that's something really cool. And then improved and then improved, and then you take the pen. But when it comes to the computer, we have a pixel, we have a board, a 2D dimensions of the pixel. So we have to think which pixels should be on and off. But anyway, here, what Naura has done, came up with some calculation for letter V, for example. Let's say she started to think in her mind, how is drawing a letter V? So technically, for example, here, I can see that she pen up, so maybe total is here, and then forward 50 to reach to this point, and then pen down, and then left 140, and then forward, and then backward, and then draw, and then left and right, so draw the letter V. So that's how Naura has done it. And that's really correct. So technically, for each letter, you created one algorithm, one function. And that function does only one thing, draw the letters. So if I want to have more of that letters, I call that function again and again and again. But something very important is the positioning. If you want to write V, 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 so you can have a kind of V up top of each other. So you have to move turtle to somewhere else. So then that's why you need the jump function. But you can see that this is exactly, very, or not exactly, somewhat similar to how computer scientists build fonts and write algorithms to draw the font on monitor. And the good thing is many artists out there, they design new fonts, but they don't know codings. I mean, not necessarily they do the coding part of drawing the font, because computer programmer found a way to draw the font without thinking how this font looks like. That's a very interesting thing. So this gives a nice chance to other graphic and artists to draw their font in a graphical way, turn it into a sign kind of format to be given to that algorithm the computer programmers design. Then we have multiple fonts, beautiful fonts. There are lots of fonts. Typography art is a big art. And here, that's what Naura is doing here, drawing some letters. So all the functions here, and then we can see a lot of functions. Okay, so you know what, for example, okay, now look at here, guys. Jump, I think, brought the code to this point, and then jump to this, and then draw the letter V, and jump to for the I, and you can see that the Y is the same, X is changed, because we should move in the same direction, well down. And then again, same goes for V. So you see all of them are 250, 250, 250, because here is the center origin, so 250 is on top. And then jump for the letter A and the K, and then again 0, 0, 0, 0. So, you know, because they're all appeared in this 0 part. So, okay, got it. So you're not jumping here, you're jumping here and then draw it. Got it, okay. Then I and all kind of letters. Perfect, very good. Number one is you always can utilize for loops and iteration to make things a little bit easier. For example, let's say we have letter O. So letter O, or it's sort of maybe rectangle. We can maybe use a kind of for loops and then make it faster a little bit. But you can do it for everything. For some of them, you can do that. It's very beautiful, guys. I have a comment. I'm gonna give another alternative way. I came to my mind now, but in general, it's beautiful. Well done, Naura. It's nicely designed, calculated. It's really brilliant. Well done. I really like it. All the codes, lines. It's nice. It's super nice. So,
UncleCode,
yeah.
go to the bottom of the code. There is another nice thing to witness. Look at the X position is always negative 350, negative 200, negative 50, and 100. She made it all in a particular boxes. So other than the
True.
X is going this, that was another nice thing to make them it's a very nice matrix. It's understanding of that Cartesian plate and putting them in every particular places. It's a very nice job.
It's very nice job, definitely true. And technically, what you have down, we call it box model or boxing model. It means that you consider every letter wrapped and contained in a kind of imaginary box. A box is there. For example, this box is here. Maybe the best way to see the box is look at the letter O. So letter O is that box. If you can see that all other letters there, they have all same width and same height. For example, but not necessarily occupy the whole box, but they have that container of the box. So this kind of fixed length fonts, they have their own category. There are fonts that is not like that. Each letters have same length. So many fonts are like that in computers. So these fonts, they came first because it was easier for printers to print it on paper, and also easier for old times printing machines too, just because everything was the same. So I had same layouts to just draw the letters and then print it. But then when monitors and computers improved, then we could have different fonts that each letters can have different width. Height typically is the same, but now we have very interesting in a smartphone. We have advanced smartphones, or we call it dynamic fonts, that their thickness and their shapes and their curve also is very different. Here we can see that there is no any curve because it's difficult if you want to do the curve here. It's just all straight lines. So that's really great. What you've done is correct to consider all these kind of boxes in the same width and height. It's really nice. It's really good.
One last thing, look at the letter V. She could make it a little bit wider, all right? So we'll start from the corners, but she avoid that. To make it a very nice V, she penned up and go a little bit forward, then start drawing the V. So although the V is not in the same size of that, but it managed to it follow the box model. It's a very particular way looking and being very careful about all the details.
Perfect. True. It's really nice. It's all design details and numbers. Everything is great. Everything is great. I want to give one suggestion to every students that watch drawing the letters. This is correct. That is how we expect you guys to do it. You guys and gals to do it. Okay, that's just how we expect it. But now let me, like always, try to see the problem in different angle. So what I'm going to do now, I'll try to just for now keep the letter V only. I don't want to go to maybe 200. Okay, so that's just a letter V. And let's see what we can do. Let's think of how you're drawing. Technically, what you're doing is you're trying to guide Turtle to come here, and then you're calculating angles right and left and doing this is good. This is good, but we can improve it in a totally different way. You know that there's a function goto, which you have used it in a jump, right? And then we know that when we do the goto also forces Turtle to draw. So one way drawing V is what you did. The other way is we just decide what is the coordinate of this corner and this corner and this corner. So I'm going to have 3 coordinates. Then I jump to this part, then go to from this corner to these corners to this point. So then I'm going to have letter V. Technically, drawing letter V rather than forward, left, right, forward, left. We can forget about the left and right. You can do that, right? You can forget it. You can just focus on points that we have to connect to each other. I'm going to do that one now. I'm going to draw the letter V again, but with that mindset of just connecting. So let me show it to you what I'm going to do here. So let's see. I keep your jump as well. I like it. It can help me. So what I'm going to do is this. So let's say I'll just for now do nothing here. Let's do this. Let's for now, let's do this. For example, let's say I'm going to say jump. Okay. What I do in a jump part is I'll just minus 350 what it did here and 200. So now the total is somewhere in that point. And then what I'm going to do is now I try to draw it. So if I'm going to draw, like let's say I just put a kind of go to somewhere, and then a star. Is the name of your turtle is a star. That is cool. So let's say I'm going to write, I don't know, 0, 0. Just see what is happening. Star, jump. Okay. So I guess I have an error somewhere. Total object has no jump. Oh yeah, then it doesn't have jump. Okay. Well, let me choose the color, pink. Okay, so look at here. I jump to this point and then I route go to here. So this is nice. Go to just bring total to that point. I don't need to calculate the degree. I just need to say where I'm going to go. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So this is the kind of interesting things that you can get in the favor of drawing a V. So let's draw the V in that way. So what I need to know only, I need to know 3 points. The start points. So let's say I jump to this point. And then I want to know the second point and third points. Because you are following box model, let's say each box width is 100 and each box height is 200. So 100, 200, 100, 200. So you can think of the 100, 200 boxes around the screen. So that's what we're going to do that. So from here, I want, if this is the corner top left of the box, then I have to come here. So here is the middle of the width. So it means because the width is 100, so what I'm going to do is this. I will going to write minus 350. I will go 50 pixel to right, and I go down. That means to 200. Oh, minus 200. Sorry, 200 down. 200 down. It means 0. Okay, so it looks like that. 200 minus 200. Because when we are moving down, it means negative. Above is positive. So then why I am here. So now let's do another go to. From here, I have to come again this corner of the box. So imagine it's a box and has a corner. This corner is 0, 0. And here, because the width is 50, so 100 here is 50. And here is another 50, and the height is 200. So if this is 0, 0, and this is, let's say, minus 50, 50 and minus 200, which is the place that we are here. From here, I have to jump again to this position. So what I'm going to do that, this is the same x. So x will be the same. X will be plus 100. And then I'm going to back again to the first position that I was. See, I got a V. I got a V.
Yeah.
So this is just another way of drawing a V, much smaller than that. But I need to just calculate these 3 points. But let me now a little bit restructure in a nice way to look a bit more professional. So for every letter, you have to just know your points, stop points. You just look at the points. You don't need to think of the between them. Just look at the points. And that's how advanced computer graphics works, actually. They remember points rather than the lines and degree and angles between them. So if I'm going to do that again, let's see if do I have a screen ink here. Okay, good. So look at this again, guys. So just explaining a little bit easier way again. This is our box. Okay, so this letter V is wrapped in a box. So imagine my box is nice, but it's not that much nice. But so
we don't see the drawings.
Oh, I shared the tab. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna stop my screen again. Okay, show it again. So you see that one now, huh? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is the box. This is that hypothetical box that we're drawing the V here. So this is 100, and this is supposed to be 200. So because this corner of the V is in the middle, so this is 50, right? And this is also 50. So it's easy to imagine. Here is 0, 0. Let's forget about where is this V. Let's think of the V by itself, relatively. So here is 0, 0. Here will be 50 and minus 200. When we go down, negative. So, right? And here will be 100 and 200. Is that clear? So this corner top left is 0, 0. The bottom is 50 minus 200. And the top right is 100, 200. If I forget about the screen and Turtle and KStudio, I just look at the box, within the box, okay? With the cat in the box. So if I look at the box, this is 0, 0. I know that in total 0, 0 is here. I know this one. Okay, but let's forget about that one. Let's look at the box. If let's say top left of the box is 0, 0, and when we go down is negative, let's say, so here will be 50 minus 200. Here will be 100, 200 relative to that box corner. So now let's see what I'm going to do. So now what I do, I will just back to the code. I'll do this one. I'll say that what I do, this is just the beginning. This is the origin, the part that I'm going to really just draw everything. So what I do is this. I'm going to say, hey, I think letter V is the mix of these points, 0.0, then is 50 and minus 200, then it's 100 and 0. Okay, 3 points for the letter V. By 3 points, I can show the V. So then what I'm going to do is this. I will write the for loops. I'll write the for loops to go through this V, X and Y in V. So now X and Y first is 0, 0. Then what I do, I'll go through this one. To make the code a little bit better, XO means like the X0, the place that I'm going to start, minus 350. And then Y0 is 200. Let's say that's what I'm going to do. So jump will be X0 and Y0. Let's bring the color out for now. I'll make the color here. So now look, think about it. So here I do have this kind of stuff. So when I'm going to write X0 plus this little x. I'm going to write Y0 plus this Y. Just run it. Boom.
So good.
So this is very important. You have to pause this video and think what I'm trying to do. So you guys, everybody should do that. So here, I'm just writing one for loops that don't care this is V or E or L or I. What it does, it asks you to just give it a kind of start point. Maybe I can make it like this. And then where you want to draw this. Let's say now I want to draw it somewhere else like this. Woo, it's just draw. Maybe I want to draw it like a 450 at the very top. So something like that. Or maybe I want to make it in the corner. So I'm going to have something like this, okay? So then I do have a kind of V. So now let's see what else we can do. I want to draw letter I. Let's say I want to draw the letter I. Let's remember the letter I. Letter I is like that. Imagine we are in the box. So always top left is 0, 0. If we go down, we call it negative. If we go up, positive. So here will be a 50 and 0. Why 50? Because we know we have decided to keep this 100. How about here is 100 and 0. So then from here, I will back again here. So to have again 50, 0. Then I will come down here. It will be like 50, 200. Then I will come here. It will be 0, 200. And then I will come here. It will be like 100. Oh, sorry, minus. All these was minus. Yeah. And minus 200. So how many points I need to draw this without jumping? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 points. So let's go and try it. So I'm gonna do this. Start from 0, 0. Then I will go to I go to the very right side, the right side of the letter I, 100 and 0. Then I will back to the middle, so which is 50 and 0. Then I will go down, same X, go down. So it will be 50 minus 200. And then I will go to one of these two sides. For example, I go for 0 and minus 200. I mean the very left. And then finally, I'll go to 100 and minus 200. Okay, so that's I. So if I just come here and I change this to letter I, let's see what we're going to get. Boom! We're going to get letter I. So this is much better and faster, because the only thing that you have to create is just a simple function that def draw letter, let's call it letter, and it get x0 and it get y0. and then it get points, and it get color, for example, let's say. So what it does, it just jump to that X whatever 0, and then change the color to the color that we want it. So color, and then now you can just draw it, draw whatever you wanted. You can just call it draw letters. I want to draw at minus 400 and then 350, and then I'm going to write the points is V. I want to go for the letter V, and the color is red. Oh, okay, here should be points. I got it. This. So let's say now I want to draw another one. I want to draw here 400. I want to go for, let's say, 250, and I want to go for I.
You should pan up. Oh,
Okay.
No.
there's the pan up.
No, this is the jump. So then I'll
Oh,
go,
okay,
and
good.
then I will make another V. Let's say this time 100, maybe 100 is good. Yes, 100 now is like a Viva. Now I can create the letter A, and because Python is something that you will learn, I'll call it letters, and we call it dictionary. So I'm gonna write the V, and I want to do this one here. I prefer to make it like that, and then. So then, and finally, this is enough. So here, what I'm going to do that, I'm going to write down letters V, okay? So that give me those kind of numbers, or letters I, or letters V again. So, and I'm going to have the whole things. This is really interesting. So what I want you to try to redo this code in the way that I said. I want everyone to do that. And then also I want everyone to continue to create the rest of the letters in this way, and also think, how can I do something like that? I write here text Viva Kidocode, and then we go through all the letters of this text and call these draw letters with the proper way of the gap and the positioning, and boom. So you can do a lot of stuff with this. Even you can say that, I don't want to say 400, 300. I want to say row 1, column 2, row 2, column 3. You know, it's something that we have in the real textual context. Anyway, this is very interesting way to think how we can draw in a different way. We're not talking about angles or left and right. I didn't use any left and right. The entire of drawing is here, guys. It's just this.
Yeah.
But this is data. And you keep this, we save this in a file, we call it font, and we give it to other people. So if I give these letters to you and load in your computers and you draw the letters, your Viva will be like me, or maybe in a different way, maybe we curve or this and that. So this is one way of very, very good way to think computationally. Okay, it became 29, 30 minutes, and that's really great. So first of all, the code was very nice, Naura, fantastic. And I changed it a little bit into another version, which is very, advanced.
Yeah.
It's good that you see and try
Yeah.
to have the mindset, at least how far you can go. You know, one of the very important thing is when we solve a question, it's very good we know that how far we can go for the same question again. It's very important to know that, oh, there is another solution. There is a better solution to do that. So I think that's one of the way we call this. This is called plotting, by the way. That was great, and became 30 minutes, guys. Well done, very good. So let's back to
Good.
All right.
7 years old, Naura. I hope you do more codings. I hope you beat the way that I did the Viva and make it faster, even better.
Definitely they will do.
Yeah.
And pause the video and do it. Okay, make sure.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get the whole things, try to do it and figure it out by yourself. Play around, see what is happening. It's a very important thing. And all other students watching this video, definitely do this one, okay? So that's the end of it today. And we have something for Naura to share. It's something that we wanted to tell you since beginning of the video. It took 30 minutes to reach this point. So listen carefully. Listen carefully, Naura, okay? You are programmers!